Good afternoon, Media and friends. We are from group podcast number one from 81 class or class 81. And today we want to do a podcast. And before we do a podcast, I want to introduce our member. My name is Andrew Jayadi, absent number three.
My name is Maestro, absent 21.
My name is Pandu, absent 24.
And for the beginning of the podcast, Maestro will start the podcast with his story.
Yeah, my horror story is from my uncle story. Yeah. So in 2021 during the COVID-19, my uncle had a very horror story. So at that time, my uncle's friends came to his house with excuse of staying temporarily because my uncle's friends wants to apply job. Yeah, but over time my uncle's friends had lived there for quite a long time and was not seen looking forward. And my uncle saw that his friends is always relaxed in his house. She's always went out from his house to mall, cafe, and she bought a cake for my uncle for his birthday. Yeah, after about 2 weeks had passed, the horror event started. So the first incident was when my uncle got a rat rash when his friend left his house. At first, my uncle thought it was just a fire disease or someone else had caught it. But after weeks, the rat rash got worse and didn't go away. So the horror incident also happened at night. The back door of my uncle's house sometimes was opened by itself and making a noisy sound. What was even more horrifying was when my uncle felt as if he was being hit while sleeping, and at that time he dreamed that his body was being tapped and tattooed with ancient script. And my uncle told me that he dreamed that his body was tattooed by JavaScript, ancient script. This incident continued to repeat itself until finally my uncle called a, a religious leader acquaintance from Bali. The religious leader said that in my uncle's house he saw many strange things, and then he told to my uncles that uh, to check the bed where his friends was sleeping. It turned out that there were nails or needles on the bed, which are usually called susuk in Indonesia. The religious leader said that susuk function is to increase people charisma and also make a person comfortable being near someone. So my family assumption is uh, the susuk function is my uncle always feel comfortable when near his friend. After that, my uncle immediately called the religious leader in Bali. Previously, disclaimer: the religious leader was Hindu and was an acquaintance of my grandmother. The religious leader told my uncle to prepare five color flowers and water at that time. So after that, the water must be sprinkled with the five colored flowers. And the next day, the process that I often call the Ghostbuster process. The next day, the ghost was completely gone. All the strangeness stopped. Even tough for 1 or 2 days, my uncle still felt crushed by something and dreamed unreasonable things. After that, thank God, everything was gone, and at the end, everything ended happily. And in summary, we have the assumption my uncle's friends wanted do that evil thing to my uncle because he wanted to continue living with my uncle, and for my family, maybe that incident was quite scary. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, so she was essentially doing voodoo on your uncle, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so she was essentially doing voodoo on your uncle, yeah.
yeah,
Oh. And happened to her? Did she get kicked out, or is she still staying?
Can you repeat the question?
What happened to her?
What? Apa?
What happened to her? Is
Yeah,
she still
my
famous?
my my friend, my uncle's friends. Uh, doesn't anything happen to my uncle's friends?
Mm,
He just go went out from my uncle's house. Yeah, just like that.
oh, okay, okay.
Okay, your story is very trending and very exciting to listen, and especially when performing rituals by religious leader from Hindu religion, and maybe in bahasa we call panditya or
Pandita, pandita.
pandita. Okay, or pandita in Hindu religion. Okay, and the next story I will continue with my story. I got this story from my mother, and my mother told me when my mother and my father were married before I was born. They have experienced or have a horror story, and the story happened to my grandma and my family. My grandma is a sensitive person, and in some moments she can see ghosts or feel his existence. On the day of the accidents, occurred around 2008, and on that day my grandma slept with a very long period of time, even until she did not eat all day. At the time the family of my mother came to visit the situation of my grandma, and they said to wake up my grandma because it felt something wrong or um something problem. When my grandma was woke up, reflexes became quiet and sometimes like looking to one side. She appears not as usual, and at the moment she becomes someone who was not responsive when asked and invited to speak. Suddenly my grandma spoke alone and was like driving out something, and the terrible other family members could not see what she saw. My grandma looked very restless and became someone who was quiet, and she looked like he want to drive out something. And at the moment she seemed to be chasing something away and talking to himself to something we could not see, and she speaks in bahasa like "Siapa kamu? Kamu jangan ada di sini," gitu-gitu lah, and so it's like she wants to get rid of something that's disturbing and can be seen by other people, and our speculation is that it's a ghost. My mother and my uncle who realized there was a problem that occurred. They immediately covered my grandma's view and were taken to the place of prayer in my house. When they were brought my grandma to the place of prayer in my house, they heard in the house like someone hit the iron loudly. And my family immediately went around but did not find something problem, but the sound sounded louder. And when my grandma wants to carried by my grandfather, he was like patting and seemed to drive something on the back of my grandfather. And they feel something strange. So they do rosary prayers or like something specially or something uh specially prayer for Catholic people. And after praying, and the situation had begun to calm down, and my grandmother was asked, and he returned to the beginning. She became a person who returned cheerfully, and when asked what she saw, she answered at the time she saw a lot of ghosts, and when carried by my grandfather, she saw the ghost of woman attached to the back of my grandfather. and that is based on a true story from my family. Thank you for listening.
It's a scary story in my opinion because it seems like your house has a lot of ghosts and demons and supernatural things like that. So yeah, I feel bad for grandma and for your family for having to experience that. And yeah, me myself.
Yeah, I think your horror story is very interesting, and I think your family is very religious family because you told that your family do a rosario pray after the horror story began. And I think the most horror is when someone has like um, hit the iron in your house. Yeah, like that.
Okay, thank you guys for the
That.
response. Okay, thank you guys for the response, and maybe Pandu will continue the podcast with his story.
Okay, yes, thank you, Maestro and Andrew, for the stories. And I could see a common theme between them, that being the stories are mainly about family and about religion, and in some parts I have a story that follows those themes too. So, when I was a kid, I was often left alone in my house by my family, whether it be my father, my mother, or my sister. They were always out of the house, and I was left alone with it. So, one time when I was alone in the house, so I came back from locking my mother's door, but my front door. So, um, my mother was just out there, and my house layout has this open open plan where you could see the second floor and its bedrooms from like a balcony. So I looked through that and I saw this figure, you could call it, this black figure, and it was like surprisingly tall. So, and I thought it was my sister, so I called out for her. In retrospect, it was kind of weird that I thought it was my sister because it looked nothing like her. But when I called out for her, she said, in her voice, something said, "Your sister's not here." In bahasa, kakak kamu gak ada di sini. So at that point, I was really scared, but especially since it said that I was alone with it. So I just ran back into my room and locked the door. And funny story is, my room doesn't have a door. The lock's busted, so I just used a chair and blocked the handle. From that point on, I was just laying in my bed completely petrified. And for reference, it was the morning, so I had no reason to be terrified yet. This presence that was near me made me absolutely scared. So I called my sister. I asked if she was in the house with me because sometimes uh, she she made fun of me like that. Sometimes she was funny like that. So I called her and she said that she was at a friend's house. And at this point, my fear factor was at the absolute maximum. And I just sat there in my room, just locked the door. Sometimes I heard sounds of metal banging or like footsteps, and at one point I remember I even heard the sounds of knocking at my door, and I was just silent. I remember I was talking to my elementary school friends about it, and from that point on, I didn't talk to to my mother for the longest time. But when I did, she told me that an ustad once came into our house and he said that there were three demons in my house, or three ghosts. The two of them were a grandmother and her granddaughter, and these ghosts are more peaceful, they just live with us. Sometimes my family sees them, but that's just about it. And this is first ghost, the one that I probably saw. The Ustad described it as this tall, or not tall, it was this like shape-shifting demon. It had a clear form, but it was humanoid, and it was this mischievous demon by the way he could sense it. It loved to play with my family, it loved to terrorize my family, and from that point on, sometimes I heard sounds of like uh, doors banging, doors slamming, or people talking sometimes, stuff like that. And I could tell that this ghost was fairly new I because before I never saw it. It was this new thing and it terrified me. It was this new ghost from my point of view. Okay, so that was my story. Maybe Maestro could say something.
Yeah, I think that was a very interesting horror story. Yeah, I think you're a very brave person because you thought that you are um was see tall strange things. I think it was maybe like gendruwo in Indonesia. And you said that your family called an ustad, and the ustad said that uh, he saw three ghosts, right? Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, three ghosts. Yeah. In my house, my grandma thought in my house also have a three ghosts, but not disturb our family. The three ghosts is two old men and one grandmother, and they was a family. Yeah, like that. Maybe Andrew have another response for Pandu story.
Okay. Wow. Your story is very scary, and the story is about you are very terrified when you are alone at home and hear people talk. And regarding your story, it is very scary, especially someone who said that in your house there was a ghost resembling grandmother and granddaughter. Okay, that's all from my response. Thank you.
Okay, maybe Andrew could close the podcast.
Okay, thank you guys for the story, and the podcast will end, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Memory, and
Thank you,
friends.
Memly and
Bye.
friends.